What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man. It feels great to say that we are back on Multiversus, man. But this video is going to be a little different than what I used to do, because the first video for Multiversus is actually going to be a commentary video, man. So it's been a while. The game's been out for about a week now. So I've kind of been able to play, not really. Sometimes it just gets frustrating sometimes, but I'm just going to have a few things here that I just wanted to kind of talk about when it came to the video and kind of understand why maybe content has been a little slow for me as far as, you know, the gameplays I used to put up before with news updates and things like that. But the first thing I want to talk about is the server issues, man. So one of the main reasons why I haven't actually been able to really been on the game is probably due to the server itself. Most of the time I come into the game, and if I'm not dealing with really bad lag spikes, then I'm getting the network error desynchronized and getting kicked all the way back to the main menu or to the lobby. Like for the first couple days, especially like the first 2 days, this was pretty much happening to me every single game. I'm just, you know, it was just disappointing. You know, they said that they did a lot with the servers, so I don't know. It's just a little disappointing seeing how that all played out. With me being on Xbox, they did mention that the Xbox players had it a little bit harder than others. So maybe that's one of the main reasons too why I've been having issues with the connection, man. But lately, and I mean the connection's been so bad, bro, even in the PvP mode, which is called the Rift, even in that mode where you play against computers, since the game is always online, even in that I was getting lag spikes. Like that's literally how bad the servers were for me personally in the first like 2 days, especially. The last couple of days, as you can see in the background here, I was able to get some gameplays in where I didn't get lag spike too much. I'm pretty sure you're going to see some spikes in the gameplay in the background, so just pay attention to that and you'll see what I'm talking about. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was Garnet herself. Garnet was my main in the beta. She was the one that, you know, I was playing with, grinding her out. I think I made it to like top 70 Garnets in 2v2. I don't know if I saw the picture somewhere. I'm going to try to find it, but they changed a lot of things about her, man. The one thing that I want to talk about is like they changed out her jab cancels, so you can't do the jab cancel combos anymore. Her forward special, which is her gauntlets, you can no longer hold them and aim them properly, because once you try to attempt to hold them to aim them, your character model now, before the character used to just stand still while you aim the gauntlets, but now she actually starts moving, so you don't actually have the same range of motion with your gauntlets, and it's pretty disappointing. Like, she was already one of the worst characters in the game. I don't see why you would do things to make her worse. Another big change to her was her neutral in the air, her neutral attack in the air, or her nair. Before in the beta, when you could jump up in the air, hit your nair, and then you could drop down similar to like a Samus ball and like drop down and hold it and use it as a way to edge guard or knock people out while they're off the edge. But now for some odd reason, you don't have that same mobility once you hold it. You can hold it, but once you hold it, you're not able to really move with it the way you were in the beta. That's another thing that it's just strange. Like, for the few things that she did have, the few good things she had, you changed those up. It's really ridiculous. I just don't understand that. I'm not sure about other characters in the game, but I know with Garnet specifically, like, there are just things like, they're just iffy, like questioning, like, why are we changing this stuff? You know, there's no need to change it. And it's frustrating because she was already one of the worst characters, and now I'm feeling like I gotta play somebody else, because not only do her moves not work the same, but she's extremely sluggish. Like, a lot of her moves feel like they move in molasses when you use her. But a positive thing though, as far as move lists go, move sets for characters, every character was added with a dash move. So now when you play the game and you're running forward and you hold forward and hit the basic attack, you will now do a dash attack. So every character has one. Some characters' dash attacks are better than others, obviously. I saw one for Finn where, if I'm not mistaken, Finn's one hits twice. So that, like, again, you just have to figure out your character's dash attack, but some are better than others. I know Jason has a really good one, so that's good right there. Now, one of the things I want to get into, since I just mentioned it, was the gameplay in general. So for all those that played the beta, It was a lot faster. The movement was a lot quicker. Now the game, I've seen some comments saying, hey, it seems more methodical. You have to be more tactical with your movement. It's more clean, things of that nature. Personally, the game was in beta. It was a completely different game. It feels like, to me at least, it was basically a completely different game with the speed of it and the way you had movement on some people's moves and things of that nature. I don't think that it needed to be changed. I know they did switch over to the new Unreal Engine, but I'm not sure why that would change the game speed in general. But we have seen that things like on Twitter, and I've posted news here of tweets and things saying that, yes, that they have heard our calls and our complaints, and they do have things on their priority list as far as updates go. So hopefully when the update comes, hopefully one of the things they fix is the actual speed of the game and the server issues, because those are the two biggest things I think are actually plaguing the game right now, especially for me, because even when I do get to be in a game, then I feel like I'm moving in molasses while I'm playing, man. So it's kind of just weird to me. Now, another positive I want to highlight is that they did add a lot of stuff. I will give them that. There's the Rift that we have now, where you can go through, and it's basically like a single player mode where you go through, you do little challenges here and there, and you're able to unlock things like skins, banner cards, skin, and things of that nature. I mean, it's a nice, thing to do, especially with people who don't always want to play online. But I feel like if you're going to have this mode, you need to make the game not always online. This way that people who just want to play the Rift don't have to worry about lag spikes with their connection and things of that nature. But the Rift is a great addition to the game, I feel like. Also, too, they added Joker, Jason, and Banana Guard, and Agent Smith already. We do have a current event right now that allows you to get Agent Smith. For returning players, you probably have enough to get Joker, but I heard for the new players, it is kind of hard right now for them to go ahead and grind out and actually earn them. And that's kind of weird, because when you go into the Rift, there's challenges saying things like play as the Joker, and there's even challenges on there saying, play 2 games as Banana Guard, which is actually, I think, a daily challenge for the Joker Rift event. So it's just kind of weird that they put these characters in these challenges and these events, and they didn't give out the characters for free. Now, Jason Voorhees was given out for free for returning characters, which is great in my opinion. I think that was great that they did that for us. That was something to say, hey, thank you for joining the game when it was, and welcome back, man. Now, one thing that I want to touch on, which is this is the craziest thing to me, was the fact that the game, even because when the game first came out, this was a huge issue. So I'm trying to figure out why in the world this game, after a year of it being gone, you release it and it doesn't have ranked. There's no ranked at all. It's grayed out like how it's always been. Not really sure what's going on there. And with that alone, in my opinion, is just crazy. When the game first came out in beta, this was one of the biggest talking points. Like, why is there no rank? So much complaints about there being ranked. And we even had a ranked mode during the beta. So I'm just confused on why ranked is not here. Did y'all not work on the version that y'all had, or what was it? So it's just a little weird that ranked is not around, and very, very disappointing, man. So another positive I want to list is they did add some maps. So we did see the 2 maps I really want to talk about are Dexter's Laboratory and the city of Townsville, because these 2 maps are hazard maps. So if you play Super Smash Brothers, it's like those maps where, like, Dexter's Laboratory is like the F-Zero X map where it moves. So that map moves, so you have to move with the stage. And then the City of Townsville map has Mojo Jojo coming around and destroying the building that you're actually fighting on. And I'm pretty sure you actually probably would have seen him in one of these gameplays I got in the background. So it does seem like when it comes to level design, they're on the right path, and we should be getting some future levels that should be pretty fun and pretty dope, man. Now, another thing that kind of blew my mind is at the end of games, you can no longer see your damage and your kills, and this kind of kills it. This is another reason too why it's going to be kind of hard for me to put up gameplay, because now I'm actually going to have to watch the entire game instead of just going and seeing the stats, knowing, okay, this is the game I want, this is the game that I was going off on. Also too, feel like there's less perks. I want to say, like, I feel like the perks that I have were definitely not the perks I was rocking when I was in the beta. I wish now that I'm starting to make content like this, I'm actually start keeping a lot of old stuff. This way I have it for reference when I make videos in the future. But I'm pretty sure that the perks I have right now were definitely not the perks I was using when I was in the beta. So I think there are less perks. And the whole not having a game summary at the end of matches with the amount of kills and ring outs and damage is just, it's just disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Things that were in the game in the beta already, and then when the full release come out, it's not there, man. But those are just a few things I wanted to highlight, and I just want to let y'all know that for all those that are, you know, asking about the multiverse, because it was funny, because on YouTube, actually, I got the comments saying on my Mortal Kombat video asking, hey, you know, when the multiverse is coming, you know, that's what you were. And yes, you're correct. I hear you, brother. I am planning on trying to do this. So I am going to go out here. I'm going to start playing some more. Hopefully I can get some stable games more often. And I'm going to try to just bring y'all the best games I find. I'm sorry that there's no damage numbers at the end, but hopefully an update's coming soon and it'll fix all these problems, man. But this has been a commentary video on Multiverse and how it's been for me so far. But I'm going to go out here and try to get some of these gameplays for y'all, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at that boy ETV. Glad Multiversus is back, baby. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.